2020.
2020.
2020.
Yeah, that's gonna be something, huh?
It's the year of good vision.
You know, I'm really split between two candidates, John McAfee and Vermin Supreme.
I'm
Isn't John McAfee one for murder?
Don't worry about it. Yeah,
John McAfee's
his neighbor
interesting.
killed his dog, so he had his neighbor killed.
I guess it was his property though.
Well, he was in Belize. Yeah, what happened is he invented McAfee security software for computers.
Oh, it's that guy?
Yeah.
That guy killed somebody?
Yes. He had McAfee security
It's
software,
crazy.
and then he made a bunch of money, and then he stopped paying his taxes because he thinks taxes are stupid, and he thinks people should be free. And then the government started chasing him, so he bought a yacht and went to Belize. And he can't come into the United States right now because
He's running for president.
tax evasion. He's running for president. He's doing a campaign where people wear his head as like a mask, and it has a speaker, so he can speak through their mask through their head to talk to people. I want this man to run the country.
How would that work? So if he did get elected,
He'd come back. He'd pardon himself.
Yeah.
he'd pardon himself,
And he'd probably
and then
make it so that you don't have to pay taxes anymore. He said,
then what would happen? Like,
oh, it'd be great. He said his platform is, don't ask me about immigrants or any of that policy. All I know is the freedom of the people and cryptocurrency.
cryptocurrency.
Yeah, and Bitcoin becomes our
We get rid of currency or our money,
Yeah,
the
it's all
US
Bitcoin.
US dollars.
We need John McAfee we need to get him in
Yeah.
somehow.
Like
if you
Donald
believe
Trump,
in it,
people were like, I want to elect Donald Trump to president to upset the American political climate. You got to elect
John
McAfee.
McAfee.
See, I've always kind of wanted like the U.S. presidency to be like the person that wins, their vice president has to be someone that's like the polar opposite of them. Like if Bernie won, he would choose John McAfee as his vice president.
That'd
Like
be
I feel
amazing.
like that. I feel like that'd be fun, and I feel like that would kind of bring people together more.
So that's what happened in the beginning of the country.
Yeah.
The John Adams.
In the beginning.
Well, here's my thing about the government the way we currently have it. If it's going to be powerful, like if it's going to be a big state that actually is supposed to do stuff, let's stop all the argument. Let's stop all the equal representation. If you want a government that's actually going to get something done, you just have to let them do it. You know, you can't have, like with a democracy, the idea is to have everything done based on the way that people do it. But if people want the government to do something, you almost have to have a dictator.
Mm-hmm.
It's just stuff doesn't get done unless you do.
Yeah, it doesn't. But that's why we're gonna have John McAfee come in.
Yeah,
Change it up.
basically, all he would do is just make it so that you can do more of whatever you want, and the government doesn't do anything.
That would be interesting.
So, okay, so the way you feel about government is big business is going to screw over everyone anyway. They have their money in politics. They have the power. So instead of trying to change it, we should just let it happen.
Yes.
You know, I'm not. I understand what you're saying, but I have never once even thought of it like that.
Yeah, that's.
Not once.
I think it's important that we we look at everything at
Yeah.
face value.
Yeah, I mean, I see that perspective, but I've never even come close to even like thinking about that.
Yeah, I've never really heard anybody talk about things that way, but it makes sense to me. Like,
It makes sense, but
and like if you want a government that does things, you have to give them more power. Like honestly, the United States never was supposed to have a strong government, never as strong as it is now. But if we should really I don't think it would be called an election, but everybody in the nation that's like a viable voter, like tomorrow should be given a slip that says, do you want the government to be powerful or not powerful? And everybody should check the box. You know, no questions asked. And if whichever side gives more, if it says not powerful, almost all of the government should be swept away. If it says powerful, almost all individual rights should be swept away. And Congress being fair should be swept away. If you want an effective government, you should not have people trying to compromise and stuff. It should all be going in one direction all the time. Like say, if we have a powerful government, there should have been a wall 3 days into Trump's presidency.
yeah.
If we want a powerful government, if Bernie Sanders get elected, the second day we should be a socialist democracy.
I understand what you're saying, but that will never just fly.
No.
Yeah, that would never
mainstream.
happen.
No, that would never happen.
It makes too much sense.
What to what end would you want that to be? Like, do you want no government so it would result in something, or do you just want it because it makes the most sense?
Well, if we get rid of government, from my wants,
Yeah.
I want things to work the way they're supposed to. So, the big government thing, I don't want. For me personally, I think if you get rid of the government entirely and everyone's going to come back, so we should just reduce it to the point that we don't have to worry about another one coming around and just make it small enough that it's
Mhm.
effective. Flat consumption tax on everything. All the government needs to do is to provide protection to people's individual rights, and that's it. So military, courts, and police. I haven't found the ideal military sweet spot so that they don't try to do a coup. But I think if you just break it all up into little mobile task force units, they can never have an insurrection big enough because there's always other ones that are willing to stop them. So if you just have little units everywhere controlling order and stuff.
They could probably form coalitions though.
Yeah.
With each other.
Yeah, what if Russia and China team up?
Well, if Russia and China team up anyway, we're screwed.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So if Russia wants to attack the United States today, if we didn't have a military, they might succeed. They might not. We have a lot of guns. Just an individual people.
What,
If they
400
take it-
million?
Yeah. If they take the United States, they take the United States. End of story. We're not the United States anymore if Russia takes us. But if the people, happen to do a good job with their guns, well, good for America.
I don't think guns, just because we have a lot of guns, would make us able to stop Russia.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just
Like, it would be a lot more than just 400 million guns that would
No.
stop.
I think the threat of nuclear devastation is enough to stop basically every
Yeah.
country in the world.
It almost ended like a war
Yeah,
for an entire century.
I don't think, honestly, I'm not sure if there will be another
Yeah.
nuclear war ever in human
I
history.
bet there will be.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think
Maybe like proxy wars, but not like a
Yeah.
full
I don't
blown.
know
yeah,
how.
like Russia taking
I don't know how it's
Ukraine or
gonna
whatever.
happen, but something's gonna happen.
I don't know. I mean, I just feel like if something happens, just 1 second, everyone's dead.
Yeah. I mean, it will be like that.
You think so?
But I think humans, we either go to space or we annihilate ourselves with nuclear weaponry. I'm not sure which one.
Is that like
I don't really care which, but
what's that theory called? That like humans maybe like the reason why there's not like just spaceships flying around everywhere is because like
they all kill themselves.
yeah, everyone just gets to a certain level of technology and then just wipes himself out.
Yeah, it doesn't make a difference to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's
If nuclear holocaust does occur, you're not gonna know.
yeah, it's just kind of depressing to think that we'll never leave this planet as a race, and our history will be completely.
I don't know. I think it's kind of
devastated.
cool. I think it's cool, cause like imagine if there are all these other ones, like all these little. There's so much cool stuff going on everywhere. Like we have such a cool culture. Like we were talking about A Clockwork Orange, and like
Yeah.
we have all these good movies, all this good music, like Pink Floyd. And if we wipe ourselves out, that's all like gone. But that goes to show how cool things can be in such a short amount of time. Like everywhere, there's something cool going on. There's a chance for everything to be so.
Yeah, but we'll never get to experience.
It's fine.
Anything like that.
It's really fine.
Uh,
Because that just means we'll get something else instead. Like if these aliens find Earth and everything's destroyed and they don't get to experience any of it, they'll be like, huh, a lot of stuff probably happened here. That's neat.